This is Joe's Corner 76. I will be commenting on issues that affect the human condition. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Joe's Corner 76. There is a link on each to lead you directly to my podcast. I want to hear from you. To change the human condition, we need to be engaged. Have you ever thought about volunteering? Do you think it will do anything for you if you volunteer? Does volunteering have an economic impact? Volunteering. Statistics Canada defines volunteers as people who provide a service without monetary compensation for a group or organization at least once during the 12 months preceding this survey. This includes any unpaid help provided to schools, religious organizations, sports, or community. Do you fit into any of the above groups? Do you see a need to help with any of these? Why don't you explore this? You may find something that excites you that you want to help with. Let me share a few reasons to volunteer. See if these speak to you. Refresh your life. Discover new interests and hobbies. Meet a variety of people. Get involved in something totally different from what you have ever experienced. Get outside your comfort zone. Challenge yourself and open your eyes to new possibilities. Connect to others. Volunteering work requires you to get involved in the community and work with others. It is a great way to meet these new people, boost your social skills, and expand your networking skills. It's really helpful if you're new to Canada. Gain professional experience in Canada. Because volunteer work is unpaid, does not mean that the job you'll be doing is very basic or unprofessional. Some of the opportunities even require training sessions where you get an opportunity to learn by practicing. Whether or not you already have a professional experience, volunteering can be a good way to get your foot in the door, to enhance your skills in a different environment or apply them in an actual workplace. Broaden your horizons. Volunteering is a great way to explore a field of interest or connect with people working there. And the experience always looks good on your resume. You can always ask the company you volunteered with to provide you with a good reference. Some research has shown that employers prefer to hire personnel with volunteer experience. Pursuing volunteering activity to help you improve your English is a smart, proactive idea. Try to choose a volunteering opportunity based on the skills you want to develop. Research shows that people who often do volunteer tend to live longer than those. Another study shows that many people have reduced their stress levels through volunteer experience. Volunteering positively affects not only your mental health, but also your physical health. Just feel good and have fun. Volunteering and helping others, making a difference in people's lives, and being able to feel a wonderful sense of accomplishment without profiting monetarily can actually make you happy. Volunteering is a useful psychological enhancer. It can help alleviate boredom and depression. Volunteering reduces stress levels and positively affects not only your mental health, but also your physical health. Each day, Canadians in every region who volunteer have a real economic value. At a glance, even if volunteers are unpaid, their contribution adds to economic activity through the value of services provided. They estimate that volunteers added over 2 billion hours to Canada's workforce in 2017. This volunteer contribution is valued at $55.9 billion in 2017. This is equivalent to 2.6 of the gross GDP. If volunteering were an industry, it would nearly employ as many people as those currently working in education. Canadians would have completed 2 million plus hours of volunteer work in 2017, equivalent to 1.2 million part and full-time jobs, or 1.1 million full-time jobs in Canada. Together with non-profit activities, the economic contribution rises to nearly $87 billion. If volunteer activity were an industry, it would employ slightly fewer people than education. And together with those remunerated in the non-profit sector would be on par with employment in manufacturing. Wonder who volunteers. In 2013, 12.7 million Canadians, or 44% of people aged 15 years and older, did volunteer work. They devoted about 1.96 billion hours to their voluntary activity, a volume of work that is equivalent to about 1 million full-time jobs. There are a number of social and economic characteristics that distinguish those who are most likely to volunteer. One of the most important influences on volunteering in Canada is age. In general, the likelihood of volunteering tends to decrease with age, while the number of hours volunteered tend to increase. In 2007, seniors 65 and older were least likely to volunteer, just 36% of them, while young adults aged 15 to 24 were most likely to volunteer, 58% of them. But despite their lower rate of volunteering, seniors aged 65 and over gave more hours on average than any age group, with an average of 218 hours annually compared to 15 to 24-year-olds who volunteered an average of 138 hours annually. Given their high level of involvement, seniors are more likely than other age groups to be top volunteers, who are defined as the 25% of people who volunteered 171 hours or more annually and accounted for 78% of all volunteer hours. I hope, I really do, I have outlined the importance of volunteer work. On a personal note, I'm a cancer survivor. Volunteers were a great help in my recovery. So much so that I became a volunteer in a cancer ward at my local hospital. The courage of people I see there makes me grateful to volunteer. As James Brown said, I feel good. I knew that I would. Volunteer for something today. I challenge all of the under 40s to get out and volunteer.